getting closer. The IndyCar Radio Network will be live in 10 minutes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. This is Indy Next by Firestone. With live coverage of today's practice, this is the IndyCar Radio Network.
Well, boys and girls, the wait is over. The long off-season has finally drawn to a close, and once again, the stars of American open-wheel racing have invaded sunny, beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida. 252 days to be exact, but finally, we're ready to kick off a brand new season. My name is Nick Yeoman. Happy to join you once again. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. This is the IndyCar Radio Network on the IMS Radio Network. Once again, 2024, live coverage of every lap of practice, qualifying, and the races for both the NTT IndyCar Series and what's up next, the Indy Next by Firestone Series. Davey Hamilton is back once again as our driver analyst. And listen, Davey, I don't want to accuse any of us of ever faking excitement. We go to some awesome racetracks, see some fantastic racing throughout the course of the season. But, boy, you really don't have to fake it this weekend. I know I'm as excited, woke up pretty pumped up for another season to get going here in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yeah, absolutely, Nick. And this is a place to do it right. St. Petersburg, Florida has always been been opener for a long time for the IndyCar Series and Indy Next. And the weather's perfect. It looks like a perfect weekend. A lot of people here today. I was amazed at how many fans. It's been a while since we've been in the crowds and the fans and seen how many cars. Nothing the most exciting. Indy Next, 21 cars, Nick, are going to hit the track today. So great field of cars. Levi Jones has done a fantastic job of getting the Indy Next Series up and going and continuing to grow car count. And I expect the car count to get higher as we go. For example, Uncos, they only have one car. They have 2 to 3 available. I know Abel has another couple cars available. So we could see, in the 25 range sometime during the season for a car count.
It's fantastic. The growth of this series has been spectacular over the last couple of years, and we're going to talk about those teams and drivers throughout the course of this practice session, this race weekend, and, of course, all season. Third member of our broadcast crew is Pittside in St. Petersburg, Florida. Let's welcome in for the first time, Michael Young.
Well, good afternoon, Nick Yeoman. A very warm, sunny, beautiful day, as it normally is here on the streets of St. Petersburg. Currently 82 degrees, not much wind to talk about. Track temperature up to about 102 right now. We have put the field on a brief hold. There has been a power outage somewhere on the circuit, so until we can figure that out, we're not going to let these Indy Next cars by Firestone out and make their first laps of practice here in the 2024 season. But to your point, it is interesting to see this field as each and every year it grows larger and larger, to the point where it's okay to see the names on the sheets of paper, but putting faces to the cars and to the names, it's just been a very big learning process, but so many interesting stories here in 2024. Not only Josh Mason, but Miles Rowe, who is the USF Pro 2000 champion. Of course, we have Jacob Abel, who is coming back off a fantastic 2023, Louis Foster. So many great stories to talk about, and can't wait to get this season underway.
Yeah, Michael, I know you had a chance to catch up with a few of those drivers a couple hours ago before this practice session. Well, brother, I'll tell you what, the spotter's guide always important, because it seems like every year we have a lot of turnover in this series, a lot of new faces and new stories that we're going to learn about.
Not only new faces, but the stories, and there are so many fantastic stories with Josh Mason coming over from F2 to the United States. I had an opportunity to speak with him. Won't give you everything that we talked about in our interview, but first time he's been to the States, first time ever hopping into this car, so a fantastic story. And, you talk about other drivers. Nolan Siegel will make his first start in the NTT IndyCar Series a little bit later on this season. As a matter of fact, in the second round, actually the non-points race at the Thermal Club. So Nolan Siegel, another one of those names that we want to keep our eye on throughout this 2024 campaign. But some of these new faces that have come through us from not only the United States, from Europe and other forms of motorsports, who really knows what any of them can do? And we won't really know until we cut these Indy Next by Firestone cars loose here momentarily. They have fired back up, and hopefully we'll get them underway here momentarily.
Yeah, there's certainly a handful of drivers that are back for second, third, and in even one driver's case, Christian Vogel, back for a fourth season. So some familiar names if you followed the Indy Next by Firestone Series the last several years, guys like Christian Bogle, Reese Gold, Josh Pearson is back for a second season. Jamie Chadwick is back for her second year. James Rowe, the Irishman for Andretti Autosport, is back. And then some of those title contenders that we expect to be very, very fast all season long, including Louis Foster, Nolan Siegel, and then, as Michael mentioned, Jacob Abel back once again. So, Davey Hamilton, this got to be a little frustrating for these drivers. Boy, you wait all season long. You go through some preseason testing. You're strapped into those race cars, and you get the word, hey, we're going to wait a few more minutes.
Yeah, well, you got to remember, it is the first race for everybody this season. All the technical people, setting this racetrack up for Savory Green on their side. A lot of work putting all these walls, all the wiring, everything that needs to be put in place to make this event happen. So every now and then we have a small little glitch. We'll work it out and hopefully get going here momentarily.
So before we look ahead and talk about this 2024 season, probably important to put a bow on 2023. Last year, 7 different race winners, a super competitive 14-round championship. It was Christian Rasmussen who really showed some strength the second half of the season, winning 4 of the last 7 races to win that championship. But, boy, we had a very competitive season. 5 different winners in the first 5 races. Rasmussen wins the championship. And now, Davey, he gets an opportunity to move up to the NTT IndyCar Series. Linus Lundqvist, our champion from 2022. So this series has, again, produced some spectacular talent over the years, and we saw a very competitive championship 1 year ago.
Yeah, how fun was that to watch last year, and it did what it was supposed to do, and that is graduate some of these great drivers into the IndyCar Series, and it's done that year after year after year, and now we have a whole new contingent of drivers, like I say, 21 on the grid today, going to try to make those same moves, have a successful year in Indy Next and move into the IndyCar Series. That's what it's all about. This is the next step before going to the big cars, and every single driver in this grid right now, that's where they want to end up, Mark or Nick.
Let's run you through those 21 drivers that are going to take place in the battle on the streets of St. Petersburg, this 14-turn street circuit down in Florida. Of course, you got to start with HMD Motorsports. They come ready with an armada of 10 drivers and cars to start this season. Christian Bogle from Covington, Louisiana. Reese Gold from Miami, Florida. A rookie Nolan Aller from Grosse Pointe Woods, Michigan. Josh Pearson is back. He's from Portland, Oregon, driving for HMD. Rookie Callum Hedge from Auckland, New Zealand is poised to make his first start, as is Caio Collet, a rookie from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Also competing for HMD, Jonathan Brown from Dublin, Ireland, makes his first start this weekend. Same can be said for Niels Koolin, rookie from Vorden, Netherlands, driving for HMD. Of course, Nolan Siegel, one of those drivers that everybody has circled as a title contender. He hails from Palo Alto, California. He's back once again with HMD Motorsports. And then one of the most intriguing drivers of this championship campaign, Miles Rowe, the defending Indy Pro 2000